The process for writing a successful essay. What was your least favorite subject in school? Was it English? Then you're not alone. Although the process of writing a successful essay is often taught to us in grade school, we generally learn more about it in high school and even in English college classes, which shows its importance to us. Many students and adults often forget important things when writing a paper. Writing is a skill and an activity that many people dislike, perhaps because they are afraid to not be successful or because they do not like the idea and they dread writing the 5-paragraph or more essay. However, with a little bit of practice and by following these steps, you may just gain the confidence you need to be more successful and more satisfied with writing your essay. Our first step is to choose a topic and research it. You should choose a topic that interests you. Avoid topics that do not interest you, as your reader will see. Research your topic and take notes. Remember to write down all sources you may use when you research your topic. We next need to choose an order and a method of organization. A method of organization may be in the form of a web organizer or an outline. A web organizer may take the form of this. It will have a title in the center, bubbles that explain our main ideas, it might include our thesis, and it might include a hook. An outline will take the form of this. It's going to have Roman numerals, letters, and numbers to state topics and statements and main ideas, and it's just going to kind of be something that we can refer back to when we start writing our draft. We're going to be using our draft when we are going to be using our web organizer or our outline when we begin our draft. So make sure you keep it and you don't discard it. Step number 3 is when we actually begin writing our rough draft. It is going to be writing our introduction. We're going to determine our thesis statement, which is going to tell the main idea and what we plan on telling or what we plan on achieving with our essay. It's going to be kind of the main idea of our essay. We need to have the thesis in our introduction, maybe in the middle or towards the end. Next, we need to come up with our hook. Now, our hook is generally our first sentence, and it can be in the form of a statement, or it can be in the form of a quote or a rhetorical question, just something that is pleasing to the reader that's going to draw them in and make them want to read your essay. We also need to introduce our topic in our introduction. Next, we are going to move on to making our rough draft body. Our body should include 3 main points that support our thesis. We need to at least have 1 strong paragraph for each main idea. Of course, we can have more main ideas, but we want to generally at least have 3 so we can elaborate on each point that supports our thesis. It's helpful to use transitions to smoothly relate the points together. Perhaps include an opposing viewpoint. It will make the reader feel like you're not quite biased on one side. Our next part, which is step 5, is going to be our rough draft conclusion. In our conclusion, we should summarize our main point, restate our thesis, and include a closing statement. A closing statement is very important. It's going to be the last thing our reader sees, and we should make it memorable. Now, you may think you're done writing, but at this point, we're actually going to start editing and proofing our draft. It's handy to use a red pen and to create and correct any spelling errors or grammatical errors in our paper. Once we feel we've corrected any mistakes, we need to proofread our paper. It's helpful to have someone else proofread it as well. Once we're done proofing, we are going to write our final draft. But don't forget, we're not done yet. We have to create a works cited page if we used sources. So follow the guidelines for citation style format, such as MLA format, to cite our sources. By following these basic steps, you should have the tools to work with to create a successful essay. Remember that creating successful essays and knowing how to do them is very important. You may use them for getting an essay together to maybe obtain a scholarship, or you might have to present in front of your colleagues an important paper. So whatever it is, remember to use these tips to help you gain confidence and to help you create more successful essays. It's easier than you expect, and practice makes perfect.